By the way,
Yep.
there is no such thing as a 160-pound Hulk. I'm gonna just say that.
All right, dude. You know what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying.
At 160 pounds.
The funniest part of that trip, though, is honestly, well, other than getting to see a flyweights hog, was the fact that like they tried their hardest to like really separate Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez.
Oh my goodness! And
like,
we were like,
it completely failed.
We were talking to Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo walked by.
Yeah, I was like, well, that seems like you guys missed the mark on that one.
That fired him up.
It was fun. That was a great guess, Oscar De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm.
He's a kook.
Oh yeah, we like that wasn't as crazy as when we just interviewed him in front of the David Copperfield.
Oh man, that was wild. Yeah, that was wild too.
They did this impromptu. What is
Tracy, about to rest in peace. She was the greatest, but she would set up all of our radio road trips. But this was the most awkward one because we were literally like in a theater,
sitting in the front row,
and sitting in the front row. And so, like, literally, like where Leroy and I are right now, like
the stage was at
4
right
feet
there.
in front of the stage, and there's a press conference. And so normally, like a radio row is like in the back of a room.
Yeah, so you're like interrupting the press conference with your
it's
interviews?
either in a grand ballroom or it's in the back of a room. This is literally like being up and center. Like we were at the front of a press conference, and the press conference was about to start. She goes, "Just do your thing, baby." And I was like,
Yeah.
"What?"
So I started talking to Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
And Tobin goes, "Hey, dummy, give him a mic." And so then we got an interview.
Yeah. And he was like really like he only did this once. He fought, it was Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell 3.
Right. So he was
Golden Boy MMA.
They were acting like they were gonna fight, and he stood in between them. Yeah. And he looked like he's so tiny. And I'm like, what are you gonna do?
Dude, Chuck Liddell's an intimidating dude.
Right.
Like he comes up with that crazy eyes and that mohawk in a suit, and you're like, all right, well, let's be nice to him.
Right.
Let's be nice to him. Crooked fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Old school guy.
Lunchbox hands.
You just look at him like Stone Cold. You look at him and you're like, I don't want to mess with this guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So that was the whole crazy, thing. But
let's get to some headlines, baby. Brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, choose from over 500 new Kia models in stock. Man, I really can't believe though that they did that with like Dana White was spot on. Those guys should not have fought.
Who?
Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz. That was a really bad fight.
Oh my!
That was a really, really bad fight. Didn't enjoy it.
By the way, we were not there for that fight.
No,
they just kind of
had the launch there
in front of us.
Yeah, they had the launch there. But anyway, brought to you by Doral Kia. Choose from over 500 new Kia miles in inventory like the Sportage, the Sorrento, and the Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Tonight, Thursday Night Football. The Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions.
Good game.
Yep, really good game. All on a full week's rest.
Yeah, because they both play on Thursday.
Detroit is a 3.5-point favorite.
Ooh, I wish it was 3.
3,
you could take the home team because it's a pick 'em.
What do we think?
It's going to be a high-scoring game because Detroit is banged up. Banged up. It will be the thing that ends their season. They are that banged up on defense.
Yeah.
And it sucks. But
Cry me a river.
I would say this. I mean, offensively, they're awesome.
Oh my God, they're so much fun.
So much fun.
I missed that.
So I think Green Bay's going to try to play keep away.
I mean, they have one of those running backs in the league, in Jacobs.
Yeah.
And Chris Brooks.
It's funny how these teams have one of those running backs who are doing really well. Go figure.
Go figure. And also, they saw the Dolphins are letting that physical running back go, Chris Brooks.
But just because here.
Oh no, we have
let me say this.
What?
Just because he is a back that fills a need doesn't mean he can fill that need.
What? I'm sorry. What was?
If just because somebody
I felt like words means words.
No.
Crazy.
No, let me explain this. Just because he's a big back doesn't mean he can be a productive big back.
But he was an angry runner, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just saying they clearly don't think.
Great talk, Van Ginkel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your track record's not good.
This was an interesting comment. The Dolphins who are getting ready for the Jets. Oh, Harlan, we got Harlan back-to-back weeks, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, I like him.
That's good for us.
Hope so.
Yeah.
But Tua yesterday was asked about the Dolphins' record, Leroy. And he had a pretty interesting comment, I thought, on the whole deal. You know, people always say, is your record what your record is? What do you guys think about where you're at right now? And I got to tell you, this is an interesting way of saying the record is my fault.
Very surprised. I don't think that shows the character of who we are as a team. Doesn't show the work that we've put in this offseason together. But, you know, nobody else will say it but me. And I feel like this has a lot to do with myself, obviously putting myself in harm's way in the second game, going down, basically leaving my guys out to dry. That's what I would say. And anyone can have an opinion about, like, it's football, it's this, it's that. You know, I do take heart to that as well. And just don't want to do that to my guys again. So,
Wow.
Accountability.
How can you not like this?
That's true. How can you not like
You know what
him?
I'm saying? Like, he hasn't. It makes everything else he says more believable that he genuinely feels that way, right? And so, like, yeah, man, like I didn't have that luxury. I was a confrontational football player. So I didn't have the luxury of avoiding, you know, my teammates will look at me crazy. What happened? What happened there? You didn't hit nobody.
So you think, like, at one point, like, Tua was at the cafeteria with Jalen Waddle, and he just looks, he goes, Jalen, why don't you talk? He goes, you left me with Skylar.
Wait, so no. This let me set it up. So
why did I picture
wait,
this?
so we got Waddle and Tyreek and we got A-Chan and you got Jonnu Smith sitting at a table, and then Tua comes over and sits down, and they all get up and leave.
Or they all scoot over and don't let like there's no space.
They just go leave him at the table by himself. Say, maybe you should see how we feel.
Yeah. How about, oh, you didn't like that too? Maybe don't run down 30 and jam your head into DeMar Hamlin. So I was trying to make something happen, baby. You left us with Skylar Thompson and Tim Boyle. Wow. Where is Tim Boyle now? Is he a Jet? Is he back with the Jets?
He's a backup somewhere.
Of course.
How is he still in the NFL? Are there that few quarterbacks he keeps getting gigs?
Let me tell
He's
you.
a giant.
The greatest.
He is a giant.
He is a giant.
Greatest job in the world. Right? The greatest job in the world.
Backup quarterback.
Backup quarterback. And every year you get that 2, 3, 4, 5 million, and you go, I hope I never have to play.
it's a Ponzi scheme.
If I have to play, I'm gonna ruin what they think. I'm telling you.
But, like,
you know who was a long time backup? Peterson.
Dude, yes.
You know who else? Wright.
Yeah.
They end up being coaches.
Frank
Reich.
Frank Reich. I thought you said Wright. My bad.
Right.
Frank Reich.
They some of the greatest coaches in the league end up were backup quarterbacks because all they do is watch game plan and watch the other guys play.
But the thing that's crazy about
and do this during the game, listening to the plays in the ear hole of their helmet.
But how is it with Tim? Like, we've seen him be really bad.
Yeah.
How does he keep getting gigs?
Because, okay,
There's
think
nobody
about
in
this. Think about this.
practices?
Think about this. Everybody wants to rank their starting quarterback, right? But then there's the backup list. You get on that backup list, you're going to play forever.
Man.
Watch how long. Wait. 2 years ago. Was that last year? 2 years ago. Skylar Thompson had that little run.
Yep.
He will be a quarterback for 10 years.
Yeah, like
The only person that ruined it was the kid that left from Green Bay and went out to
Flynn. Yeah.
It was also, you know who else did that? Scott Mitchell.
You know who burned out pretty quick?
Scott Mitchell.
Rosen. He was so what was Rosen? I was like
Yeah.
19.
Well, because here's the
Josh
problem.
Rosen, yeah.
He never, ever played.
in that one Dallas game.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, so he never got to a point where he could play a stretch of 1 or 2 games where anybody could see it work, because they threw him in Arizona, and to everybody's been saying this lately.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you go to a bad team? If you're the number 1 quarterback selected, you're going most likely to a terrible team. And if you don't have the infrastructure around you, you're going to flame out in a couple of years. So you want to be the first pick, but then you don't. Because look at the guys that get drafted. I mean,
it is kind of an interesting time because it's like you look at Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff wasn't a failure with the Rams, but he, everybody looked at
wait. Can we say it was the coach?
Well, he had both coaches. He had Mr. 7 and 9, and then he did.
And then he went to the Super Bowl with
McVay.
Right.
And then McVay's like, then they made the trade. But now look at him.
Yeah.
I still don't really know how good he is. I don't know if he's going to take him to the Super Bowl, but I kind of think they're not going to screw this up unless the defense falls apart.
Let me tell you, dude, I know what that looks like. It's excruciating. Oh, now, the only thing, if you're a Detroit fan and you like Detroit to go to the Super Bowl, you got to pray for the right matchup, right? You got to pray for the right matchups. You got to pray, I think they could beat Green Bay, because Green Bay is not going to be one of those teams that'll say, we'll run it 40 times and throw it 10.
You got 3 retreads in the top 10 of passing right now.
Yep.
You got Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
You got Goff.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield. I have 4. Geno Smith.
Damn, look at that. You know why they don't develop quarterbacks anymore? They kind of just like,
no,
you suck.
You know where they develop quarterbacks? Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay. Every quarterback they draft in the first round sat for 2 or 3 years.
James will probably be in the top 10 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
He just could also be in the top 10 of picks.
He's refurbished. He ain't a
he's
retread.
refurbished.
Woo. Atlanta's currently trying to
Do you consider Kirk Cousins a retread?
No.
He's kind of like a free agent merchant,
No, he's
I don't
Kirk
consider
Cousins. Wait.
I don't consider Kirk Cousins a bust.
Okay,
True.
You can't call him a bust or a retread. The man has made more guaranteed money than anybody in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, and he's not bad. He just kind of chokes in the clutch.
Is it like, how can one guy choke on a team in a team sport?
Oh, they can do it, dude. Oh, they can do it, dude.
I know you've seen it.
Who was the dude on the Magic? Anderson? Blew the free throws.
But that's choking.
Yeah.
Missing, but how can you say?
What about
do that
Jackson
football?
Dart? Jackson Dart this past
I
weekend.
felt like Aaron Rodgers choked what he ended with the Packers. I felt like that was a choke, dude. Should have ran into the end zone.
First of all,
you know he's going to call this one. He hates Aaron Rodgers.
And yet people were willing to give him all of the money. Like I said this when he got to the Jets. He did less with better in Green Bay. And now you expect him to do more with less? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what okay.
Matt Moore, backup.
And now they're having a conversation. Are you coming back?
He hates Aaron Rodgers, dude.
You idiots.
Tears 86 says Matt Moore, backup champ. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but only coming off the bench. You go to prep.
No way.
How much of a run did Matt Moore get?
He was around for a while.
Right. That's what I'm
he
saying.
made some good coin.
I got one. Who's the quarterback down here? Not Ryan Tannehill. Henny.
Oh,
Chad Henne. Champ. He came in against the Dolphins, wasn't it?
Champ Henne.
And he got to be in Subway commercials with Mahomes.
Yeah.
They have those bits now, though. Do you have
the backup quarterback?
Yeah, that's funny. I like those commercials. Colt McCoy comes in and paints your house.
No, that was with the bees. With the bees.
Yeah.
I get it. Like,
Jacoby Brissett did some
doing
of his taxes.
Pretty good. I don't remember Terry Tate, offense linebacker. Look up Terry Tate.
I do remember that.
Look up Terry Tate, offensive linebacker.
You go, boy.
Yeah, I got it. Hey.
Yeah. Okay. No,
I do remember this. Actually.
That was
I do
almost
remember.
that.
I do remember this actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, everybody, it's a Tobin and Leroy exclusive. The music festival we've all been waiting for is coming back. Rockville is coming to Daytona International Speedway in May, and we've got your chance to win a pair of 4-day general admission passes to see Shinedown, Green Day, Puss Puss, Lincoln Park, Corn. What?
No. One of those.
Puss Puss.
One of
Yeah.
those
Puss
I've never
Puss?
heard.
Yeah, Puss Puss.
Oh,
Ew.
gross.
It is
Sounds
gross.
So
It is
nasty.
Yeah, in fact, Infection is their lead single.
Oh, yes.
Oh my
You guys can win those pair of 4-day general admission passes to Rockville. Plus, if you win that, then you're in for the grand prize, which is a Rockville holiday mystery box. Just keep listening to our show for details on how you can win. For more info, go to their website. Welcome to Rockville, rockville.com. Let's get to the mixed bag, eh?
Hey,
Hey.
now you're Canadian.
The mixed bag is brought to you by Marcus's bullying of Drew Smith.
No, I'm not. I don't bully Drew Smith.
You're not allowed to say that when you spent 25 minutes this morning,
Hmm.
too early,
Hmm.
bullying him and making little memes.
It was good memes, though. It was good memes. Gotta admit.
Don't put that Spiethenspoon in the comment up.
Man, that's rough. That's like telling me don't think
Wow.
about it. Don't think
Ooh.
about it. Don't think about it.
Yikes.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Too much.
You know what? I think it's safe to say he gets enough points. We're gonna do this.
-1.
Woof. Jeez.
This is your fault.
It's rough. Let us start this mix bag with a little Tua comment that I think Leroy is gonna like. Leroy, you have long been the number one Aaron Rodgers hater on this side of the
Hates
Mississippi.
Aaron Rodgers, dude.
For sure. Last I
All right,
checked.
Drew Smith.
Fair.
You're lucky Leroy doesn't know how to do memes.
Froggy definitely looks like the type of person who bullied kids in high school.
I didn't bully kids
He's
in
a
high school.
bully.
I feel like he's the
Never
one that got
bullied.
bullied, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, he's too big.
I was,
He probably was.
11th grade is when I got big. 10th grade, rough for me.
Mm.
Pretty rough. It's okay though. Lockers, a lot
We
more
didn't have
space
that
than you
problem.
think.
I didn't have that problem with bullying in school.
You were a star football player.
Man,
Of course
No,
not.
Of course
when
not.
nobody got bullied. It was an all boys school,
Mm.
What does that mean?
all boy,
Seems like
all
there'd be
black
more
Catholic
bullying.
school.
Seems like there'd be more bullying at all
Yeah.
No.
boys school.
No, because bullying always tends to have something to do with impressing somebody, right? You want to look like one of the cool kids or whatever. When you had to wear a tie to school every day, you ain't care.
Life was miserable enough. This person who's been bullied by Leroy all year kind of got a backhanded compliment here from Tua. I want you to hear what our quarterback says about that Wash quarterback up in New York.
I would say, first off, a lot of respect to Aaron and what he's done throughout the course of his years playing at Green Bay. Obviously, we got to play against him 2 years ago. And, you know, he's a Hall of Famer. And whether he looks the same way he did in years past or not, like you're just going up against greatness regardless. The mindset that he has, and to be able to still play at his age is really remarkable. And I got a lot of respect for his game, just how he goes about his business and how he does his things. I got a lot of respect for him.
Stop the fight! Stop the fight!
Hey,
Stop the fight!
Wait a minute.
What? This is a compliment.
No.
What?
Let's start here.
Ton of respect for him.
The things he did at Green Bay.
Yep.
So it
Number
means
one.
he ain't doing poop right now, but he used to be good.
Wow.
Yikes.
Hey, wow. Hey,
Did you write this up for him, by the way?
can I just tell you, the things that I said is nowhere near as bad as what Tua said.
Jeez.
What are you talking about?
Oh, he was
That was
can I-
spicy.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Can I,
Loved it.
That was something.
what? Hey, that was terrible. He still has not mentioned Aaron Rodgers in a Jets uniform.
No. because all he can
Somebody
see is
said,
this.
Leroy, as your counsel, I urge you to ask for an attorney.
Wow.
I'm telling you, hey,
He called him washed.
wait. Still waiting for him to say Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback for the Jets. Right?
How long was that clip?
You guys remember
Did he
2011
mention
when he
the
won the
Jets?
Super
Yes.
Bowl?
Yeah, rough.
Like you know what he sounds like? He sounds like me talking about Chuck Norris.
Has he played Aaron Rodgers?
He played him on Christmas.
No,
but it
that
was in Green Bay, but he hasn't played
He
him on the
hasn't played
Jets.
him as a Jet, so he doesn't exist as a Jet.
No,
That's
he was
true.
out all last year. This is the
Yep.
first time they're playing the Jets this year.
For sure. Wow.
Yeah, they played Tim Boyle and I guess
That's right.
Zach Wilson. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
even
even
remember
know.
the other game. I always
Oh
remember
my
them.
goodness.
I think I was a quarterback.
Like, wow. Listen, I have stated factual stuff, but this was way worse than me.
It was like, is he what he used to be?
Like,
This
I don't
is-
want to hear it again.
Oh, wait,
That
when
was so
you
good.
start off by saying, I hope I could do it as long as he has. Woof. Right? Like you. Oh my goodness.
I guess you want to hear the
You
you want to hear it again,
I
J-Fig?
do.
You
wanna
can
hear
you
it
can
again.
throw
That
a
was
little Hall of
amazing.
Fame in there just to kind of sugarcoat the
Yeah.
nastiness that we can. Let's go. Let's hear it.
I would say,
I-
first off, a lot of respect to Aaron and what he's done throughout the course of his years playing at Green Bay. Obviously, we got to play against him 2 years ago, and you know he's a Hall of Famer. And whether he looks the same way he did in years past or not, like you're just going up against greatness regardless. The mindset that he has, and to be able to still play at his age is really remarkable. And I got a lot of respect for his game with how he goes about his business and how he does his things. I got a lot of respect for him.
So basically,
Two of
wait.
us.
You know what that sounded like? That sounded like he was going into a fight with 58-year-old Mike Tyson.
A little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah. Like, oh, Tyson was a great champ,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah,
Yep. Was
yeah.
Green Bay. What he's done.
Holy
Wow.
smokes.
No matter how bad
Hey,
he
that
is
was
now.
brutal.
So
to
all
him.
I'm gonna say is this:
And he's on, like he can't
I'm
help
not the
himself.
only one.
It's true.
I'm not the only one that thinks that.
Like,
I was just the first one to admit it.
wow.
Peas in a pod.
All right, we gotta take a break. I think we gotta recover.
We
from
all
that.
need. I
We
need
need
to
to
go
go for a while.
I need to go like
Woof. That
get
was
a
cool.
pat down.
Take a break. Back after this.